Damn phone thing. Hello. Just trying to set my steering wheel and my phone up so it doesn't fall off. Hey Josh, just trying to set up the my phone so it doesn't fall off the steering wheel. I got my charger cord, trying to get it tight so it holds the phone up. Hello, welcome. Not much, man. I just figured I'd do a live stream before work. I'm at the parking lot now. There we go. Because usually I can set my phone up there on the steering wheel, but I don't want it falling off. How's everybody doing today? Getting my caffeine on. I was surprised I didn't get called in work today early. Last 2 days I went in early. I didn't live stream last night because I was just too tired. And the other night, people asked me to go live, and then they never joined the live stream. So it's like, man, you asked for it. I'm doing good today. I found a really cool new fishing spot, so that's pretty awesome. I'm waiting for it to get warm because I don't mind going out there right now, but I don't want to really waste my time. The water's been real cold and the weather's been cold, so I'm just going to keep trying to explore new spots. I'm going to go back Friday. It's supposed to be a little warmer, like 43. Probably go back Friday. Either going to go back tomorrow or Friday. I'll have to see the temperature, and then I'll make a video of the new spot I found. There's supposed to be 2 spots where you can get into the place. It's pretty cool. It's a wetlands preserve. A buddy of mine said he fishes there sometimes. He said it's kind of swampy, but he said there's some really good fish in there. Not a lot of people fish in there, he said, because it just looks bad, I guess. But he said it's actually good fishing. So I'll check it out. We drove by it today. It looked pretty good. There's like this cool little walkway that goes straight across the lake. So that's pretty cool. Or pond or whatever it is. Swampy wetland preserves. I mean, it's got to be deep to have the fish in there. He said it's pretty shallow, but I don't know, he said that they're pulling out some big channel cats out of there. You can catch channel cat in the cold. Maybe I'll try channel cat fishing there this weekend. But I'll check it out tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Friday. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look into this place and look it up online and read about it to make sure I can fish in there. So on my break I'll look at it. But you are right though, some are strict, so I don't want to go fishing there if I can't. But it looks like you can, so all the good spots are like right where people's houses are. I'm like, man, I have to knock on someone's door and ask if I can go fishing in their backyard. But that one little bridge goes way across the lake. I said, man, it's awesome. So I'm gonna test out my baits there. I can't believe I never even heard about this place. And I lived in this town for a while now, and I found it this morning. A buddy of mine last night said at work, goes, man, you gotta go over there. He says, take a right at the farmer's stand, head down that road, go past the soccer fields, and there's a big old lake swamp back there. I'm like, oh, it sounds interesting. Bunch of channel cats in there. He said, some bass in there too. So I was like, oh, I'll try it out. My son just wanted to go fishing. Told him, hey, I said, I gotta get to work, and it's a little too cold today for you to be out there. Kept saying fish, fish, fish. I said, yeah, we'll go maybe Friday if it's warmer out. He calls them shish. Shish. loves his fishing. I'll probably set him up on a catfish rig, let it sit in the bottom, pull out his line really good so it's nice and slack. He's gonna whip his pole around the whole time, so that way if the catfish swallows the hook good, I'll be able to get over there and hook it. That way he can catch a catfish. Because last time I took him fishing, he kept missing all the fish. He's only 2, so I understand. Told him you gotta pull that pole and reel it in. He just likes to play lightsabers with his pole. That's funny. Yeah, I'm getting there. Thank you for stopping by. I feel if I didn't get purged, I'd probably be at like 1.5 by now. Everybody I keep getting over the day, I wake up in the morning, I lose about half of them or 3/4 of them. So I stopped doing the super sub. I only subscribe back to somebody if they leave a comment and like a video, because it's just gonna waste your time if they don't do it. I mean, it's cool at first, you get that number, then it's just gone so quick. You know, a lot of people think they know all the rules and they read them different. Yeah, I used to lose 10 every night too. That was a number. It was 10, then it went down to 8. Now that I'm doing the whole leave a comment, like a video, and watch it a little bit, I've been only losing about 2 or 3 a day, so that's a lot better than losing 10. Well, I feel your pain on that one. A lot of people brag about their numbers, but when you put a video out, how many people are watching your content? You know, it's like you put a video out, you get 100 views, but you have 1,000 people. Yeah, that's sad. That's 10% of your YouTube people are not watching it. So I can understand the first day not everyone watched it, but within a week you should at least have 30 or 40% of the people watch your video. You get so many notifications. I understand if someone doesn't watch your video. Hey, welcome to the stream. How's it going? But the whole they're calling it zombie sub now. A zombie sub is somebody who just subscribes to you and doesn't watch your content. But it's nice to have someone watch your content. Which I'm only doing live streams now until it gets warmer out. But once it gets warm out, I'll probably put 2 or 3 videos a week out. Like I might make one tomorrow, just showing the new place I found today. And then maybe Friday I'll fish it. Just have to see how warm it is. So you guys find any good fishing spots you're gonna fish this spring? So far I've found probably 4 or 5 new spots. Kind of excited about it. One of the spots I found I'm gonna fish in the spring, it's right down the street from my house. And oh, nice, you built the boat. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I hear you, Josh. But yeah, there's the pond down the street from my house, and it's a private pond, and I could probably walk there in 2 minutes. But the lady, she told me I can fish there. I'm just gonna knock on her door. So I look forward to trying out the little pond. I asked her what kind of fish are in there, and she said she doesn't know. But her grandson said there's catfish in there, so I'll try that. Hey, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Yeah. I'm gonna try that swamp out. See what kind of bass are in there. I'm doing pretty good. I've been just looking around the area trying to find some new spots to fish for the spring. Got some new areas I'm gonna fish, some new lakes. I'll be doing bank fishing all year probably, because I'm not gonna get a kayak probably, because I'm gonna put all my money into making my own baits. I'd rather make my own baits and then get a kayak later with the money I make from the baits. Oh yeah. I'm just waiting for the money to come in for my taxes and I'll start making them. I got a lot of cool ideas for those swim baits. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a Facebook page. Yeah, I'm gonna make a Facebook page for them, and then you guys can comment what one you want, what color, and then there'll be a list of like colors, and or you can make up your own color, and let me know what scent you want. There's 30 types of scents that you can pick from. It's pretty cool, and I'm gonna buy a few scents, and to start off, because they're expensive, but I think the first scents I'm gonna get is coffee shad, Jolly Rancher shad, and probably a crawfish. Hey, welcome to the stream. What's going on? But I know coffee scent works pretty good, but coffee shad, it sounds pretty awesome. And the Jolly Rancher shad, that's gonna be interesting. I don't know if it's gonna smell sweet or smell like fish or what. Does it got fish hormones or I don't know what's gonna go on with that. But yeah, I look forward to that. You guys find any new spots you're gonna try out this spring? I'm using Google Maps I'm using Google Maps every day trying to find some new areas. I'm even gonna get my out-of-state fishing license in Missouri, and I'll cross the border over there, and then I'll do some trout fishing, some streams and creeks. The water's real clear over there. You can like see right to the bottom. Yeah, Google Maps is pretty good to find the area. I don't use the terrain feature, because if you put it on a normal feature and not use the terrain, you can see the water better. Because if you just see the street and the blue color for water, it's easy to see on Google Maps. Because if you use terrain, it's just got too much green. It's hard to see the water. You might miss out on a lot of lakes and ponds by using that terrain feature. Terrain's good if you're hunting, but I don't like using it to find ponds and rivers. I've missed a lot of ponds and little streams and creeks because of that feature. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll have to try that out. But yeah, because my buddy gave me directions to that swamp today, and I couldn't find the place, so I had to use the maps. Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good today. We're just talking about some new places that we've been checking out for the springtime. Do some fishing this spring, trying to find some new spots. Because I don't want to keep going to the same spots, because I understand watching the same spot over and over again. It might get boring, so. But most of my videos were at a pond near my house. It's a pretty good place, though. Well, it's nice to meet you, Tim. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, and leave me a comment on one of my videos and like the video, and I will return the favor, and I'll go to your channel and follow you. Yeah, I always try to get everybody back who leaves a comment on a video and likes it, so gotta follow the steps so it sticks. I want to do I like to find some creeks and rivers, but We don't have many creeks and rivers. We got the Mississippi near me and some canals, which are pretty good for fishing. I want to find like a shallow creek and do some micro fishing. Ah, I got you. Well, after the stream, I'll check to make sure I got you. I probably got you if you got me. Death Yeti, what's going on, man? The water temperature, I'm not sure what the water temperature is around here. It's probably high 30s. It's been about high 30s here and low 20s at night, so the water's probably still pretty cold. Hey, Sandra, welcome to the stream. Yeah, the water's really cold. We had thin ice for a while, and then it melted. We had a couple days of 50, and then it went back down to 20s and 30s. The weather here is real strange, so we get a warm day once in a while. And that's why we can't ice fish ever, because we get them random warm days. True, true. Yeah, the river's definitely the reason why the river takes longer time to warm up than a pond, because it's moving. It's moving. And they're fed by natural springs, which are pretty cold. Yeah, I like ice fishing. I have all the equipment. I just haven't been in forever. I like to go ice fishing. I think next year, if we have good ice next year, I'll probably go up north. I keep saying that every year, but it's been pretty shitty around here with ice. $70, huh? I like 70. 70's good. The thing here is in the Midwest where I live, we don't have a long springtime. It goes from a week or two of spring and then straight into the summer and gets real hot quick. So I do enjoy the 70s. We'll get a couple weeks of the 70s. '70 would be nice. I like to live somewhere where the highest it got was in the 70s. 79, wake up in the morning. Low 60s would be nice. That's how it was when I was in Point Mugu, California for a while. It was always 60s and 70s there all year round. It was nice. For some reason my chat doesn't, I gotta keep scrolling my chat up. Yeah, it's just been cold everywhere. 70 would be pretty sweet. At this point right now, I take a day of 50. I'll take 50 all day long. Yeah. My sister lives down in Florida. She lives in, I think she lives in Port Charlotte. She catches some pretty big fish down there. She's always putting pictures on Facebook, her catching these big old bass. I'm like, oh, that's nice. It's probably warm enough down there. She's probably already catching them already. I went down there to visit her, and we went fishing. Went to this weird park, and we caught fish. We caught some weird fish, man. I caught a fish I'd never seen before. And then, yeah, we caught some green sunfish and some weird hybrid sunfish. And then, I can't remember the other one, some weird hybrid. And then we caught some bass, and she caught a small alligator one time. It was kind of crazy. She was reeling this bass in, and she foul hooked this bass, and the bass was all coming in all weird. And the alligator come up and hit it, and she's reeling this alligator in. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been watching a few people that live down south, and they've been catching the bass like crazy. And I was watching Kicking Their Bass TV and Lojo. They live down south. They've been just nailing the bass. Must be nice, man. Takes forever here to get the fish going. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a good day at work. I'm at work myself, but I'm not going to clock in for a while, so. But yeah, I think once it gets to like a week of all 50s, it'll be pretty good. Solid week or two of 50s, the ponds will start doing pretty good. Damn, Josh, you got his address too, man? He's a punk. Man, Kicking Their Bass TV is awesome. He actually messaged me once in a while. He commented on one of my videos. Hey, what's going on, Jimmy C? Welcome. Do you not like Lojo or what? I love Lojo. He's one of my favorites. My top 5 favorite YouTubers. There's not really an order. However, One Rod, One Reel is my favorite. And then the next are kind of like a jumbled up order. But you got Kicking Their Bass TV, Lojo, Realistic Fishing, and Extreme Philly Fishing. Those are my top 5 favorites. Hey, Patricia, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, I like Lojo. Not so much anymore, huh? Hey, you got an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion. Hey, Tom, welcome. I had top 5, Tom. You're in my top 10. Once it starts warming up, Tom, we start pumping that content out. You might be pushed up to maybe top 6 or 7. Oh, man. I'm just getting so pumped. I was saying earlier, Tom, that I found some cool new spots, man. I went to a protected watershed, and my buddy told me yesterday about it. It's kind of like a swamplands, but the water's pretty deep and shallow in some spots. But he said there's big catfish in there. I can't wait to fish it. Me and my son went there today to look at it. It's got this long, like, it's a walkway. It goes straight across this damn swamp. It looks like a big lake. I said, man, this is awesome. So he said there's bass fishing in there. There's 2 spots you can park, and you go way in the back near the soccer field is another spot where a lot of people do some fishing. But I can't wait to try. I've never even seen this place before, and I live right next to it. It's huge. But he said people barely ever fish there, so I can't wait to try it out. Hold on. I gotta see what we're talking about here. Oh, we're talking about Alex. Oh, Realistic Fishing. Yeah, he does get mad pretty quick. I like his content. I really enjoy watching Realistic Fishing. He's great. Yes, I'm going to make a video of that place either tomorrow or Friday. I'm definitely going to go out and do it. We got to judge it by the weather. Because I got my son with me, and I don't want him out there, and when it's too cold, he's only 2 years old, so I'll definitely film the place. We'll film where we first seen today, and I'll go around the back and try to film the other side the next day. Ah, cockiness turns you off, huh? Hey, Rail Trap Fishing, welcome to the stream. Hey, if everybody in here, you should definitely go get Tom Grip and show him some love. He's in the chat right now. Tom's a good buddy of mine, and he does great content. We're both waiting for the springtime, so it's cold in both our areas. He's got some great editing. If you're still in here, Tom, just comment again so everybody can come to your channel, and make sure you guys leave a comment on one of his videos, like it, hit the bell, watch the video for a little bit. Yeah, I'll definitely make a video of that new spot. I just like how you can like walk straight across the whole swamp. I was like, man, that's cool. It's got like a little path. Walk straight across that thing. I mean, my son's 2 years old, so I'd feel safe with him casting out there because he ain't gonna get no tree. It's just so awesome. I said, man, it's gonna be the spot. Yeah, there's a fine line between cocky and confident. I definitely hear you on that. Definitely hear you on that. So what you're saying is that Kicking the Bass TV is cocky, right? Hey, no problem, man. Everyone's busy sometimes. Got a phone call? I understand. Backroad Freedom, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? Are you getting pumped for Saturday? Yep, we're all busy. Different schedules. That's why I don't really set like a time on like when I put videos out. Usually if I put a video out, it's gonna be around 2 or 3 p.m. Central Time, because usually by the time I edit the film and then it uploads, then I hit the button on YouTube to put it out for public. I'm usually at work, so you'll probably see videos out around 2 or 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. My goal is to put out 3 videos a week, maybe 2. And for my live streams, I go live before work, and then sometimes I go live at nighttime when I get home. Just depends on the mood. If I have a bad day at work or I'm really tired, I might not go live. I'll go live tonight again, and look forward to that. The night crowds definitely gets a little crazy, but I'll probably be live around probably 12:15. That's 12:15 a.m. and it's gonna be Central Time. Catching the smallie. Yeah, I can't wait to catch some smallies. Smallies like sandy bottoms and rocky bottoms. So if you find somewhere it's got a lot of structured rocks and nice and sandy clear water, they love it. You gotta do drop shots, man. Either do a drop shot, bounce them off the bottom for smallies. I'd stick to using smaller presentation on smallies. They will hit something like a Senko sometimes, but Ned rigs work good on smallies. Tubes, use a jig and a tube works real good on smallies. Yes, Tom. Smallmouth love chartreuse. They like the browns and they like the neon colors. There you go, Raoul Trap. I appreciate that stopping by. Make sure you guys all stop by and go visit Tom. Make sure you like a video, comment on the video, ring his bell. One smallmouth last year, huh? Yeah, they bite the crankbaits once in a while. But I did real well last year on smallmouth in the river, and I was slaying them on bouncing something off the bottom. So I was using like a 4 or 5 inch worm, bouncing off the bottom. I used a couple Zoom flukes off the bottom, did pretty well. What else did I catch them on? Tubes. I love tubes. You get like a pumpkin seed color tube, works great. If you get that little neon dye with the garlic in it, you dip the bait in it. You take a pumpkin seed tube and dip its little, I don't know what you call them things, tentacles on the tube, I guess. You dip those babies in that stuff. Smallmouth love that. Yeah, they love the tubes in the river. I want to get a tube mold when I start making my own baits, but those things are weird looking. It's got a weird little piece you got to put in the mold. The mold looks real hard. And the only tube mold I found makes one at a time. So it'd probably take me all night to make a pack of tubes. There you go, man. As long as you catch one. Good fighting fish. I heard they're excellent eating too. I've never ate a smallmouth. Hopefully I can catch one in the lake this year. I can catch them all day in the river, but I don't want to eat any fish out of the river. Well, I appreciate you for stopping by, man. Yeah, my lives are usually before work and then after work, but I work the second shift, so let's see, it's usually on, let's see, I started 30 minutes ago, which about 1:20 Central Standard Time, and I'll go until about 2:20 Central Standard Time. And then at nighttime, I'll go around 12:15 or 12:20 Central Time. The last live stream I did at nighttime, man, it was awesome. And Andrew and this guy, this troll, was in there. He always trolls me on my videos. And Andrew wouldn't let him troll my channel. He was just getting into this guy, and it was just awesome. So I made Andrew the Blue Wrench for that. He's awesome. If you guys don't have Andrew Fishman, definitely go support Andrew Fishman. He supports you. He gets great videos. He actually just put out a video today, and he showed how he was catching carp. He's got a really good technique how he catches carp with the bread. I'm gonna have to try it out. Yeah, this is your year, Josh, man. You'll catch some smallmouth bass. Just make sure you get some tubes. If I were you, I'd go get a Bass Pro Shops tube kit. They're cheap, comes with a lot of tubes. Get that garlic dip that changes the color, and just stick their little tentacle feet in there, and you'll do pretty good, man. Stick that tube up through the bottom, poke the head up, bounce the tube off the bottom. You'll catch some smallies, man. Andrew is a great guy. He definitely comes and supports everybody. Definitely stops by. Yeah, it's true, Tom. Sometimes if there's too many largemouths, you'll definitely get them before the smallmouth. Thank you for stopping by Northeast Outdoors. Appreciate it. I'm reading everyone's comments now. I'm a little behind. Yeah, definitely find the rocks, Josh. Definitely find the rocks. Where there's rocks, there's smallmouth. Well, definitely get the tubes. And what's really good too, I don't buy the fancy drop shot stuff. I really don't. I get a basic hook, hook it through the nose, tie a Palomar knot, take the long tag of it, and I tie a little bell weight on the bottom. I'm not spending all that money on a drop shot weight when there's no need for it. So I get the little bell weight. It's got this weird little trolley gremlin looking dude on it. Get them cheap at Walmart. Works just fine. And if you lose that 20-30 cent weight, it's whatever. The drop shot weights are expensive. Hey, Fat Man, thank you for stopping by, brother. Just talking about new spots we're gonna hit up in the spring. I want to make a video this week. This new spot I found out, and pretty cool spot. So look for that video. Silver Fox. Yes, you're talking about the spinnerbait? Might be a company. I'm not sure. I had a Silver Fox inline spinner, which was awesome. Ooh, man. Just seeing one of them Shelby Cobras drive by. A little souped up Mustang. It was beautiful. Yeah, I do like the Silver Fox. Well, I think the bass in my area will probably start biting. Depends on all this warm weather we keep getting. It's been real cold. We get a couple days where it gets warm, but I'll say I'll probably catch my first bass end of March. That's my guess. True, you can. You also can take your line, tie a couple regular hand knots, and then snap a snap weight on there, and just use a big snap weight, and you can bounce that off the bottom. That works too. I don't like using the snap weight personally. I like using little bell weights, but the next time I go fishing, Josh, I'll do the drop shot rig. Matter of fact, if you watch the epic first fish I caught this year, watch that video. I use a drop shot cheap rig in there, which worked really well. Which those baits, the crappie little jigs, they work great for smallmouth bass too. Yeah, sooner the better for sure. Yeah, I've seen people use spark plugs. Matter of fact, there was a guy down at the river. He was using them. I was laughing at him. He said he went to the junkyard and he was taking a bunch of spark plugs out, and that's what he uses. I don't use spark plugs. Nope. You can use pretty much a lot of things. I like the bell weight because it doesn't get snagged up that much, and I'm just not paying that much for a drop shot weight when you can use other weights. Yeah, I laughed when I seen that guy pull up his rig, and I was like, man, this guy got a spark plug tied to it. He did. Some people use washers and old bolts and nuts. Gotta use what you gotta use, I guess. But for the drop shot hook, I don't use nothing fancy. I just go get a pack of Eagle Claws, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, scatter wrap. As long as you can get that bait down. I've never really caught smallmouth bass up high in the water column. Maybe that's just my area. I mean, they will hit poppers and top water, but usually largemouth bass get it before they get it. So I try to do suspending baits or bounce stuff off the bottom for smallmouth bass. It's just my opinion. Yeah, it is surprising with the junk they throw in the water. It was my epic first fish of 2019. I'm not sure where in the video, but I did go over the rig, and that rig works pretty good for bass, crappie, and smallmouth bass. I think in the video I showed a couple times what I was using. I'm not sure if it's toward the end. I know in the beginning I show some of the stuff. Might be toward the end too. It was just pretty simple. Yeah, see, where I catch my smallmouth bass, I fish off the canal off the Mississippi River, and there's quite a bunch of them in there. I like fishing that canal because there's smallmouth, there's largemouth, there's stripers, white bass, there's drum, there's gars, there's carps, there's Asian carps, there's channel cats, flatheads, blue cats. The list goes on. There's like tons of fish in there. It's nothing to fish that canal and go home and you've caught like 5 or 6 species in a day. On a typical day, you probably catch 3 or 4 species. The average one you catch there is the striper, white bass, largemouth, smallmouth. All right, man. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. I will catch you later. Yeah, a lot of times you need sound because when it gets too muddy. But that's why Tom was saying earlier to use chartreuse, because the chartreuse works pretty good in the muddy water. Plus smallmouth just like that color anyways. If you stick to brown, pumpkin seed, they love them colors. Man, I'm thirsty as shit. I already drank my Mountain Dew. Gotta go with the cola now. Ah, man. We were up to 7 people. Says I got 1 person here now. It's that working time. Everyone's working. Matter of fact, Josh, what I'll do later is I'll try to find that kit, and then when I find that kit online, I'll have to send you the link, because that tube kit's pretty cool, and I think the Bass Pro Shop tubes are the way to go. They're durable, and you get a bunch of colors. I really do want to make those tubes, but man, making 1 tube at a time, it's got a weird mold. I mean, you'd have to look up tube molds and look at them, because they're crazy. The thing that goes in there that makes the body hollow. The best thing about tubes is they don't use much plastic, so you could probably make a bunch of tubes with a small amount of plastic. But if I was to make tubes, I'd probably do them pumpkin colored. It'd be cool if I can do like a rainbow tube, because them smallmouth bass, they love them random weird colors too sometimes. See, the fish I want to catch this year is I'd like to catch some walleye. Ah, that's crazy. You know, I said to myself the other day, I haven't seen that channel in forever. But yeah, man, used to always come by and leave a comment. I was wondering what happened to that channel. I was like, man, I haven't seen Gabriel in like a long time. It's funny because the kid who won that lure, he went to fish it and he caught a 5-pound bass on it. So that was pretty cool. And we're good friends. He texts me all the time. And I won something on his channel, which got lost in the mail. And he just resent me something the other day. So I should get his package in the mail next couple days. So I'm looking forward to it. I told him it got lost in the mail. I'm not worried about it. But he said, you know, I feel bad. I'm sorry. You won that like 4 months ago. I'm going to resend you something. Well, 2 months ago. And then I said, yeah, no problem. I wasn't really worried about it. Yeah, Aaron. So what happened was, I won something when he hit the 100 subs, and then he sent it in the mail and never got it. So the other day he said, I'm going to order something on Amazon for you. I want you to try these out. So he ordered me, I think it's a 10-pack of these crankbaits from Taiwan or something. So I told him I like to use cheaper bait sometimes because the river, because I hate using expensive baits. So that was awesome of him. I fish a lot of crankbaits in the river for stripers, so I'll use them. I'm excited about it. I typically use square bills and they're round bills. They dive pretty deep, so I'll get out of my comfort zone and then I'll catch some fish on them. The unboxing video I did a while back with that Black Friday savings I got, I can't wait to use those, man. I got an epic deal on that. That thing was like $16 or something. I don't know. It says it in the video. And I got like 30 lures, man. It was like 70 something cents a lure. You can't beat that. Yeah, they're cheaply made, but when you fish the river and get stuck in rocks sometimes, losing a 70 cents lure, oh well. Yeah, awesome is right, man. Because 72 cents lost in the river is a lot better than losing the $9 crankbait, that's for sure. I lost, I forgot how much it cost. It was like $12 crankbait. I was pissed. Big old rattle trap with the bulging red eyes. I was like, man, it was a big bait too. I lost that in the river and I was so pissed. So yep, there goes some money. Gone forever. I like to walk around the other side of the river because where I go fishing, it's not that wide. You can probably, well, it's probably about 10 foot in some areas. But anyways, my father-in-law's brother walks around to the other side of the rocks and he goes and picks up all the lures people lose on the other side. And I've seen quite a few of my lures in his box. I was laughing. He goes, "You want some of these back?" I said, "Nah, you found it. I didn't walk over there to get it. I ain't pissed off about it." The dude never buys lures. He finds them everywhere. He's lucky. He'll be like picking up my old plastics. I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like, I'm not going to litter and leave them there. I sit them on this rock. He's like, "Oh, I thought these were someone left them." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to pick them up at the end of the day and throw them away." But he remelts them, so. Yeah, man. That was it. The American carp. I caught that thing on that little crappie jig. It was awesome. All I did was I did a Palomar knot, and that long tag from the Palomar knot, I put that little bell weight on the bottom. Oh, nice. I gotta try the Whopper Plopper. If you go on Amazon, they sell like a cheap version of the Whopper Plopper, and it's got great reviews on it. And the price you pay for a Whopper Plopper in the store, you can go get like 8 of them on Amazon. Oh no, I hate when that happens, Josh. Man, a buddy of mine bought a swim bait one time, big old heavy trout one, and it was 20 something dollars. And he cast his first cast and it snapped off. I was like, oh man, there goes fucking $20. I want to say it was probably about 10 inches. About 10 inches from the jig. Probably 8 to 10 inches. I don't know what it was, but it went flying. Yeah, I like finding some lures. I want to get a magnet and do some magnet fishing in the river. Maybe I'll get some of my lures back off the bottom. Should probably call a guy on YouTube that does that diving underwater. Have him come to this canal. He'd probably make out on some lures. Yeah, I mean it's a good rig because you'll catch bass and crappie on it. So I learned that from Kicking Their Bass TV. He had a special on it, and I was like, huh, that's an interesting setup. So I tried it out and did well for me. I mean, that water was super cold when I caught that carp, so I'm surprised he even hit it. I thought that was my PB bass on there, man. I was so excited. I'm still excited about the carp, but man, I was just like pumped. I was like, man, this is the biggest bass of my life, and it was fighting good. Oh man, this car just drove by doing like 110. And that's nuts. Here goes another one. Yeah, when the bass are really picky when the water's cold, I think drop shot's the way to go. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? We're just talking about new spots in the spring, hitting up some new spots to go fishing. We talked about smallmouth bass fishing, what we like to use for smallmouth bass, and different techniques. And we're talking about the drop shot. I don't know if you fish drop shot, but I'm definitely going to be fishing drop shot more now that I've figured it out. I'm a fan. Yeah, magnet fishing, man. I mean, it's been hot, especially last year. I want to try it out too. I'm just looking forward to getting some of my lures back off the bottom of the river if I try magnet fishing. I'm kind of scared of what I'm going to get. Matter of fact, my Black Max 3 combo, I found that rod in the river when it was dry. I walked down there and picked it right up off the bottom. And the reel looked pretty good still, and I just don't know nothing about the reel, so it kind of felt like it was resisting a little bit. Maybe the bearings got rusted out, so I got rid of the reel and bought that Black Max 3 and put it on that pole. Still good. It's got some stands on the pole, but when you find a $380 combo at the bottom of the river, you take it home. I'll use the pole. I'll throw that reel away. Yeah, drop shot's pretty cool because if you get like floating baits and you drop shot them, it works perfect. If you get like a 3X soft plastics by Strike King, they float and they're super soft and stretchy. They last a long time. What you do is you do a drop shot rig, but you make sure the weight's really close to the bait, like 4 or 5 inches away. So do a Palomar knot and have that weight about 4 or 5 inches from it. And you throw that out there, the weight hits the bottom and the bait just sits there and just waves, right? You throw that on a bed and the bass will just stare at it. I mean, I did that drop shot rig for a while, and that floating plastic just wants to wave in the water trying to lift up. You'll get bass all day on the beds with that. I had one bass stare at it for 30 minutes. I said, he ain't biting it. And I tried the drop shot rig with that floating plastic, and man, they were just hammering it. So try that out. If you guys have any bass on bed soon, just get yourself a floating plastic. Tie the weight real close to the bait within 4 inches. Just let it sit there. I wouldn't go more than 6 inches probably. Now you can adjust it, but I feel 4 inches from the bait, it works pretty good on the drop shot when you're fishing the beds, especially if you have a long worm on there. Yeah, Z-Man makes some pretty good products, but that 3X soft plastics, man, they're probably some of the best plastics I ever bought because they're super durable. They stretch. I mean, the worm could be 6 inches long. That thing can stretch to like 3 feet long, just like whoop. And that thing's super soft, stretchy, super durable, and fish love them, man. Love drop shotting them. That's how I was catching the smallmouth bass in the river, was drop shotting the 3X soft plastics. I like doing it. I'll have to check them Z-Mans out, because I don't even know if they make soft plastics anymore, the 3X. I'm not sure. Ah, man, that sucks. Them cold fronts will get you. Well, if they're on beds, man, definitely check the drop shot out, and I'd fish a drop shot on the bed, definitely. Get you one of them floating plastics. Put that weight about 4 to 6 inches from that hook, and just let that thing just sit on that bed, and they'll hit it. If you can find a floating crawfish, use a floating crawfish, because put about 4 inches from the bottom. They see that crawfish in that bed, they think they're eating the eggs. It's gonna be game over. 10X, huh? I'll have to check it out, Josh, because I like me some soft plastics that float. A lot of people think it's just top water, but man, you take that floating bait and drop shot it. It is the way to go. Get a lot of finicky bass even in the summertime on that rig. What you do is you just dead stick it. So what I'll do is in the summertime, I'll make it even longer, and I'll put the weight like 2 feet, and I'll just leave it out there dead sticking. I'll barely pop it once in a while, and finicky bass love that. I actually had a couple, found some Senkos that float, and did a long ass drop shot with that, and dead sticked it out there and caught quite a few bass. A buddy of mine was like, "Why are you buying a floating Senko? It doesn't work." I said, "Well, you're not fishing it right." It's gonna work, you just have to fish it right. You gotta drop shot it and dead stick it. And he's like, "Well, what's dead sticking?" I said, "Oh man, you're gonna learn about dead sticking." Yep, I'm gonna I got 2 more minutes, guys, and I'm gonna get off the stream, get dressed for work. I'm just gonna wait till I hit that 1 hour mark and head in. But yeah, it was a good stream today. We talked about some good stuff. We talked about smallmouth bass fishing, which is pretty cool, and hopefully we get on top of some smallmouth bass this year, and hopefully, Josh, you catch a smallmouth bass, man. Once you catch your first one, you're gonna always want to catch them. That's the best, one of the best fights you're ever gonna have. They're pretty good. So, yeah, I'll definitely catch you guys later. I'm gonna stay on here for 1.5 more minutes. So if you want to stay, more than welcome to stay. But definitely, I'm definitely gonna film that place I went to today. So look out for that video. Either I'll probably film it tomorrow if it's nice. It's probably gonna be cold. I'll probably film it Friday. We'll just have to play it by ear. If it's too cold, and I don't want to drag my son out there making a video. But if it's in the 40s, high 30s, we'll probably do it. Yeah, it's pretty cold here. We don't get much snow. Being out in the Midwest, get a lot of ice. I mean, the last snowstorm we got was 3 or 4 inches of ice. Thought it was snow. So, man, look at all the snow on my Jeep, but it was all ice. I'd rather have snow than ice. We have had 2 storms this year. We had quite a bit of snow. We got 2 or 3 inches of snow here. Freaks out people, shut stuff down. We had one storm had 8 inches, and the other storm had 6 inches of snow, and that was just too much for this area. I'm used to the snow. I was born and raised in New England. I lived in Massachusetts and Rhode Island for a while, so I think the last time I lived in Massachusetts was about 3.5 years ago, and we had over 170 inches of snow in that wintertime, and it was just nuts. Crazy year. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here, guys. Thank you for stopping by. I gotta go inside and get ready for work.